dear listeners, thank you so much for pushing play on this announcement, even though it is not a regular episode. I am dropping into the feed today to let you know that X-Files is undergoing some exciting changes, and I want everyone to be prepared. The first change that I want to make sure everyone knows ahead of time is drumroll. Beginning with my next episode, the name of this podcast will be changed. This show will now be called Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On with Janice Formicella. Please take note. I want to assure you that I will still be releasing episodes each and every Tuesday. I want to also assure you that I will be focusing on all aspects of what has always been the tagline for the show, and that's breakups, broken hearts, and moving on. I have totally got your back. Things looked a lot different when the podcast started a couple of years ago. I wasn't doing things solo, and the audience was obviously a lot smaller. Now, not only have I very fully embraced the role as a solo host, even with a couple of hiccups along the way, I've continued to connect with more and more people around the world about how the podcast is helping them. And I've also just continued to realize how much something like this show is needed. I started to get an intuitive hit a while back that I wanted to change the name to be more in line with what I see as the purpose of the show and also allow more people to find me. This little hit grew into a big whack across the face, and over the last couple of months, I've been putting things in place to execute the decision. There have always been three components to this podcast. First of all, breakups. I always wanted this show to be a resource to help people navigate both the emotional and practical aspects of a breakup or relationship transition, whatever you prefer to refer to it as. I believe that I have tools, tricks, methods, and practices that are very effective in working through a situation that no one wants to be in, at least no one who's pushed play on this podcast. Next, broken hearts. One of the deepest desires that I have in life is to play a part in helping people to know that a breakup is a temporary bump in the road and that they will get over it. I know from painful personal experience that a broken heart can render a person incapable of having hope for the future. I know from painful experience that sometimes the people around us can be, shall we say, less than helpful when it comes to providing support. I know what it feels like to be debilitated by breakup grief. I want my podcast to provide a glimmer of hope to anyone out there who is suffering from a broken heart. And last, moving on. Once the pain has subsided, I also know from personal experience that a breakup can open up possibilities for a future that is brighter than we ever had in mind. I want to help people not only get to that point, but then get ideas as to what to do with the opportunity. So I have content around that. I also know that for some, it is a chance to really, truly embrace the fun of the single life. So I have content around how to do that. For others, it may mean starting to date again and exploring new ways of being in a relationship. I have content around that. I'm also a very sex-positive person with a huge interest in the healing power of intimacy and sexual exploration. So I have content around that. Regardless of where you are on your healing journey, I am so glad that you are here. If you have been a longtime listener, I am thankful for your continued support as X-Files has evolved. If you are a new listener, I am so glad that you pushed play, and I look forward to connecting with you. Welcome. And because of the changes and growth of the podcast, I'm also updating my coaching packages. So if you've ever thought about getting one-on-one support with me, please hit me up via email, Instagram, or through the new website, breakuppod.com, as prices will be increasing as part of phase 2 of the transition. All of that info is in the show notes. So don't be alarmed when a new name and new cover art appear next week. I am still here and I'm not going anywhere. Talk to you soon.